So here I have this quote from Albert Einstein. Brilliant. And he was Jewish, but because he was such a bright scientific mind, he had a lot of conceptions that most people thought that he was an atheist, which was not true because he believed in God, but it was a different God that, that the traditional conception is. And this is one of his, I brought here two of his fantastic phrases, and it's really a reflection. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Wow, this is really so aligned to the Christian philosophy, to the message that Jesus came and brought to us, that and he himself made an example of humility and service, because this is one of the most important expressions of love. If you have so much love to give, you put that into action. And when we find ourselves in a place that we feel fine, we're good, that means that we have a lot of good energy inside of us. We're being given a gift, but that gift it's worth nothing if we don't pass it around, if we don't put it into action. So that's phenomenal, and that's one of the most important places where love is. And the other one that I also, he has many of these very enlightened messages. There are only two ways to live your life. One is though nothing is a miracle. Other is though everything is a miracle. So it is our choice. Are we a miracle or are we nothing? Is it where we came from and where we're going to go back to, nothing? Or is it a miracle? We believe it's a miracle. We don't just believe we're a miracle. We have proved that we are a miracle. And in many other places, one of the things that they were always trying to catch Einstein to with this thing about God. And then one of the things that when he was already acclaimed, very had a lot of notoriety for his theory of relativity. One of the things that he says was, God does not play games. He does not play dice. Meaning that everything that he found in the universe, it was not by chance. It was everything meticulously calculated, designed. There is a creation. There's got to be a creator. It's got to be. And he also talked to spirits. There he goes. He's like he's a spiritist, but back then you could not declare that, right? And so did Tesla, Nikola Tesla too. He's also talked to spirits. But these bright minds, the scientists, physicists, astronomers, and all, they really have something special, and they live in a special time. But where love is everywhere. Love is everywhere. Love is inside of us. And we are so limited while we are spirits dressed in this body, and while we are in this condition, we are very limited. And because of this limitation, and that's the talk Peter always brings here, talks about neuro language, neuroscience, neuro quantic a quantic conversation, right? Because we are so complex, we are a miracle. But it was necessary that somebody just like us, the same body, the same conception, even born in worse situations, came down from the spiritual world in a realm that, he made himself deserve of, which was Jesus. He came and he was here with us to let us know that we are not just human beings having this simple existence. We are much more than that. We are made from love, for love, and to love. And one of his many teachings, again, in contrast of the love of not just being here for yourselves. When we are here for others, once we are able to transcend our needs and we can see the needs of others and we can be of help, of assistance, compassion, and service, then we can really find that we found that place of love. And this passage here, it's one of my favorites because he finds himself like in a trifecta, because this is the lady that was going to be stoned to death because she was caught in adultery, and then he very simply let everybody know how much of hypocrites they were. No one was entitled to be a judge. At the same time, he gives a lesson of compassion, and he educates this lady and everyone around it. And that's one of our most important missions here, for us to get more educated and to live through not an impossible love, not something that we're not, it's beyond our capacity. It is within our capacity. Our program, it's Meditation and Spiritism. So our talk is very short. So I'm going to call our friend Cristiane. She's going to do the second part, still talking about love. And I'll leave with her here, this slide here.
Hi, everybody. Here we are again, the last Thursday of the month, and it's such a joyful time to be here so we can explore together, like we always do, a little bit of meditation, and we get to practice a little more because we are perfectible, right? So we need to keep on practicing so we become closer to perfection, our version of perfection, of course. I've been on that vibe of a special love, which is the love of friendship. The month of Valentine's, the month of honoring all those people that come into our lives, even if they come for a week, some for a month, some for a year, some for decades, some for a lifetime, to call us friends. We are very fortunate when we have people that we can call friends. And that's what we're going to talk about today. A little bit of that special love that comes with friendship. And it's a very emotional thing for me because I just go, in my mind, I go through my life and I revisit all the friendships that have been part of my life. And it's quite emotional. It's kind of a roller coaster with some rough moments when you're being carried, and some joyful moment when you can just pick up your arms and say, hey, let's just do it. Let's just enjoy it together. So this is the beauty of friendship. They are with you when everything is fun and with you when things are not so fun. So I'm going to put this a little bit into a sentence of the Bible that really speaks to friendship. In John 15, he talks about that there is no greater love than of those people that give their lives to their friends. He's showing how important it is to be a friend, to show up as a friend, to do to others, right? Like you would like to be done to yourself. But then he goes on telling us that the master and the servant are in two different levels. And he says at one point, I am no longer going to call you my servant because the servant never knows what the master does, the business of the master. I am now going to call you friend because everything that I've learned from my father, I am letting you know. I'm sharing it with you. So that makes us reflect in the fact that I am with the Father. I am that divine light, a little bit of the Father that is brought here. And I have something to share. Once I share that with you, I come down to your level, and then we can be friends. We're on the same wavelength. The same thing as you, with your own truth, your own history, divine from the Father. I'm down here and you have your history. You leveled up with me. So this is the friendship. When you are able to come down from this pedestal that is created around you, I am better than everybody. The minute you start seeing the other person as an equal, because you share, each one of us will share our history, our truth, at the level of the other one, that's when the friendship is formed. That's when a friend will go with you no matter what. They will just give their lives to you because you are sharing the love of God at that same level. There are no better than or worse than. We are leveled up. And that's the beauty of friendship. And sometimes we go back in time. Like I go back to my childhood and that friend that shared with you when you're ready to eat your chocolate. And then there's a friend, just look, then you break it in half. When you give that piece of chocolate to your friend, your piece tastes so much better because now you are doing it together. And sometimes when you're going through some rough moments and you have all these questions and you question your life, what you're doing, how you're going about this, and then your friend doesn't really answer your questions, really. They really don't know because you are just going 10 miles an hour here and then you go to 50 miles an hour and then 100 miles an hour and they're like, ooh, I don't know how to go there. But the job of the friend is not to give you the answer. It's just to calm down the question. Their job is to just like, okay, I still have the questions, but they're just telling you, it's okay, I'm right here, I'm riding with you. And to know that you have a friend riding with you, that's like whew, a relief. I can do this because I have this friend right with me. And we all been there when 3 o'clock in the morning, you don't think you're going to make it to the morning because everything is so rough and everything looks so much bigger. The problem is just growing every minute and you don't think you're going to make it. And you pick up that phone at 3 a.m. and you call that person and that person picks up the phone as if it was midday. And that person just offers you the balm of listening. That is the beauty of friendship. You are going through something rough, but that person says, I got you. I got you. Just go right ahead. I got you here. So we can go back and we can see all those moments when we've had those moments with our friends to help us in the fun times, get us, make sure that your hair is looking right, that your dress is coordinated with your shoes so you can show up the best way, or telling you, I don't like the way you look before we even go somewhere. The friend has that openness with you, and that is very important. But today I want to talk about that friendship that didn't go through. The friendship that started but didn't grow with you. Sometimes we grow apart. We have this great friend during high school or during college times, and then you kind of grow apart. Or we have something happens and we just grow apart with resentment or with hurt. But that always sits with us and like, I wish I had, reconciled with that person, or I wish we had found a way to be together, or worse than that, we stay with that resentment. Oh, he hurt me, she hurt me so bad, and I was always there for him, I was always there for her, but how can it be when a friend does that to you? Well, when friends come into our lives and that friendship doesn't really grow and continue with us, it doesn't take away the value of that friendship. It was what we needed at that time. And it was that being together, sharing our truths, our divine truth together at that time. But we grow different ways, and now that person is going to share their truth with somebody else, and you're going to share your truth with somebody else. But that doesn't take away the value of that friendship. So today, we're going to have a lot of fun. And I want you, as we go through this, before we go through our meditation and our practice, I want you to go through your list of friendships that didn't blossom the way you planned. And that person that comes to mind every now and then that you wonder, I wonder how that person is doing, or I wish we had a chance to stay friends. Just keep that person in mind, just in the back of your mind. So when we do our meditation, we're going to address a little bit of that. So I really wanted to say that if you have a friend, be it a friend that is part of your family or somebody close that was part of your family because it's like your brother, your sister, your cousins that are friends, or the friends, the spiritual friends that come into your life, or friends that just came and left, you are a very fortunate person. And we all know that. The value of friendship just explores more of the do to others like you would like to be done to yourself. So you go an extra mile for your friend. And that's when we are better being friends of our friends than being friends of the people that are not our friends. So today we're going to explore that friend that we are no longer a great friend of that person. So we're going to try to address that. But just remember, if you don't have anything else, remember your friends. And that's like, okay, I got this. I can go through it because of friendship. And because this is the time of the month when we do meditation, we're going to address love. We're going to address friendship, but we're going to go somewhere really fun. Okay, how do I do that again?
For some reason, okay, just pass it on this next slide. Oh, the slide, the clicker.
Valdo, do this for me, please. Make it happen, man. Be my friend. Just be my friend.
There.
Okay. Spring is coming.
Okay. There you go. I think we got a little volume coming up there for the music.
So, before we do anything, we're going to just rearrange ourselves in a chair, find yourself comfortable, put your purses away if you have to, put your shields away if you have to, just make sure that you're super comfortable. Your arms are loose, because we're just going to go on a fun journey here.
It's just a matter of the audio. Huh?
See, I'm glad I don't have to do none of that stuff. I'll let them handle that.
Nothing's. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
There's supposed to be some audio there.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow it's not.
Oh, it's okay. That's okay. No worry about it. I'll get it.
Well, so I'll do my thing, right?
Do you think?
Okay. Okay, everybody's ready, loose. We're gonna take a few deep breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Remembering that we are here protected by the high spirits that are offering us a time a place, a sacred place to start a meditation where we can connect with our truth inside us. Closing your eyes, finding a beautiful tapestry of flowers. Just watch from far a field of beautiful colors. Happy flowers, smiling, inviting you to observe happiness. We watch the wind blow the flowers one way and another, bringing the smell of spring towards us. As we watch this field of flowers, happy, we turn around, and in a little corner, we see that friend, that long lost friend. Do I dare call you my friend when we haven't been together for so long? I do remember a time when we could laugh together and confide in one another. That was really special. I turn back and look again towards the field of flowers, the tapestry of pure joy of colors. I am going to take my shoes off and venture through these fields. That sounds fun. I start walking. The freshness of the earth tickles my feet. My hands brush the fields, and I feel alive. I inhale the freshness, and my lungs expand. My chest is open, and I walk a little faster. This feels so good. Maybe I could run a little. That should be fun. I run through the fields, touching the colors, touching the flowers. All these different textures. My body is alive, and my soul is celebrating. I take deep breaths, and I look up I send a special prayer. Thank you for this field of joy. Thank you for the running. Thank you for all these colors. Yes, I feel alive. And then I see an open piece of the field with the soft grass. And I sit to rest a little bit. I look around and I see flowers everywhere. What a great thing to be here, sitting down, just watching life happen. I decide to lay down and look at the bright blue sky. My whole body feeling the freshness, the coolness of the earth, the grass. I take deeper breaths. Yes, I guess this is a very good time for me to be grateful for all the wonderful things I have in my life. Grateful for this body that lets me experience all the joy of being here. Grateful for all the love I have around me. My family, my friends, my community, all the support I get as I go through the joys and the obstacles in my life. I know sometimes I forget to be thankful, to be grateful. I get distracted. But right now, I feel that I am alive and grateful I am. Here I am now, so happy, full of joy, and I think back about that friend that once was. I wonder if she ever gets a chance to run the fields of flowers. I wonder if he ever gets a chance to feel the wind blowing and the freshness of the flowers filling up his lungs. I wonder if he ever has the joy of laying down on the grass and feeling just this. I know we had some rough moments. But there was a time we called each other friends. I sit up a little troubled. He is, isn't he? Still my friend somewhere in my heart. I look at the flowers one more time. A thought crosses my mind. I don't quite remember. Did he like flowers? Did I ever ask him what was his favorite color? Well, maybe I can just guess. What flower would make his heart sing? I look around and I look at that one flower. Yes, I think you would be the perfect flower. And this, yes, another flower, just perfect. I find myself gathering an armful of freshly picked flowers, bouncing with joy and happiness. Filled with love, with warmth from my heart. My arms are embracing those flowers, and I start walking back towards the beginning of the field. But this time I walk slowly. And I send a special prayer to my friend. May a shower of blessings cover him, protect him, and prepare him for the challenges of life. And I keep on walking, tall and proud, holding the most beautiful flowers, full of joy and close to my heart. I walk through the field, and from the distance, I can make that shadow, that shape that gets clearer and clearer as I walk. I can see my friend. The closer I get, the easier it is for me to see his beautiful smile. That same smile that made me laugh so many times long ago. He looks unarmed, He looks relaxed. His posture is of welcoming. That gives me confidence to keep on walking. And I walk a little taller, a little faster, and my heart is beating just a little harder. The anticipation of being again with that friend that once was. I get close enough and I stop and I just look right into those eyes. Nothing to do but to extend my arms and offer the gift of joy, the warmth of my heart, the memories of our friendship. He takes my gift, takes it to heart, and the smile is of pure joy. We bow our heads to one another. We look up. We say a prayer to one another. May we be showered with the divine light that protects us in our journeys. We go our separate ways, but we will honor that friendship that once was, and will always be in our hearts. He walks slowly and disappears in the distance. I stand here. This feeling of accomplishment, of honoring a friendship that has a very special place in my heart. I take a deeper breath. And I say thank you to all my friends, the ones that have been with me, the ones that are still with me, and the ones that I haven't met yet. I sit and I breathe. And I breathe. I promise that I will share all that I've learned from the Father, all the truths that live in my heart, with my friends, with my family, with the ones I don't know, with the ones that I will get to know. And I sit here, and all I have to do is breathe and be. Breathe and be.
Just continue to be in this state of a very if you can you try to close that light, please, behind you? Yes, thank you. And the back there too. No, the other way. We're gonna do a vibration, but within the same mode. Just keep yourself very calm where we are. I wanted to unfortunately you couldn't see the actual scenery. I wanted to open your eyes now in the spiritual vibration. This is like an encounter with nature, right? So when we're talking about a perfect love, the true love, God loves for us, and this encounter, nature is our best place to be to make that encounter. So just allow yourself to be magnetized with this beauty, just for a few minutes. Let's just penetrate in this beautiful and inviting trip to a miracle. We are inherited beautiful planet with so much to give, and God is everywhere. His son Jesus, our older brother, he sent a message which is in the Gospel according to Spiritism in chapter 6, a message from the Spirit of Truth, which we know to be Jesus himself. And let's take this meditation that we just experienced, and as we continue to be in this path of these tranquil waters, like in the Psalm 23 says, right? God takes me to green pastures and to still waters. He refreshes my soul. Let's feel this presence embracing us, our spiritual friend, our guardian angel that never leaves our side. Let's feel that love. And as we allow ourselves to go through this beautiful nature, these flowers that we see on the screen, let's receive this message and let it stay with us as Jesus is talking to you exclusively. I have come to instruct and console the poor and disinherited. I have come to tell them to raise up their resignation to the level of their trials and to weep, since pain was consecrated in the Garden of Olives. But wait with patience, for the consoling angels will also come to them and dry their tears. Workers, plan your path. Recommence the following day the wearisome labor of the previous day. The work done in your hands furnishes the body with earthly bread. However, your souls are not forgotten. I, the divine gardener, cultivate them in the silence of your thoughts. When the time comes for repose, and the thread of life slips through your fingers, and your eyes are close to the light, you will feel the surging within and the germination of my precious seed. Nothing is lost in the kingdom of our Father. Your sweat and miseries form the treasury that will make you rich in the superior spheres, where light substitutes the darkness, and where the most naked of you will perhaps become the most resplendent. In truth, I say unto you, that those who bear their burdens, and help their brothers and sisters are beloved by me. Instruct yourselves in the precious doctrine which dissipates the error of revolt and shows the sublime object of human trials. As the wind sweeps the dust, so the breeze of the spirits dissipates your resentment against the riches of the world, which are frequently very pitiable, since they are subject to more dangerous trials than yours. I am with you, and my apostle will instruct you. So you, who are kept captive by life, drink from the living spring of love, and be prepared to one day launch yourselves free and happy upon the bosom of He who created you, weak that you might become perfect, who desires that you model your own pliable clay in order to be the author of your own immortality. With love, the Spirit of truth. Much peace to all of you.